friends, this is Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. Today we're going to make pumpkin biscotti. I'm telling you what, this is great all year round. It's so easy. But Thanksgiving is coming up and you just wake up and you go, go, go. Let me recommend one thing. Stop and take your cup of coffee at a snail's pace. Because after that, it's bunny time, baby, and you're just hopping all over the place. So you have this biscotti with your coffee, and you got your Thanksgiving days wrapped up, baby. I'm telling you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just toast some pecans. I'm going to put pecans in it. So I need that toasted and put aside to cool. Okay, I got 2 tablespoons of butter and about a cup of nuts. You don't use whatever nut you want. We know this line already, right? So this is just going to get to work until the nuts are toasted. Okay, I just took them off the heat. This process also browns your butter. Anytime you can brown butter, baby, brown that stuff. It takes, it is some of the most delicious flavoring you can add. So I'm going to put this in a bowl and set it aside so it can cool. Okay, so in a bowl, I'm going to add, blend all my dry ingredients together. Got salt, baking powder, lots of cinnamon, ginger. All right, I had it sitting too long, I guess. Forget that, I'm taking it. Nutmeg. I don't have allspice, but if you want allspice, you can put it in. And I'm gonna add, that was not nutmeg, this is nutmeg. That was, I'll tell you in a bit. Man, that smell. What was that? I went blank. Well, it's in the recipe below, okay? So, do what I do, not what I say. Unless I do it wrong, then do what I say, not what I do. All right, so this is all blended, and that gets put aside. Okay, now we're gonna start with the creamy mixture. I'm gonna cream together the brown sugar and the eggs, and then add in the pumpkin. Now, I got some comments on vocabulary that is foreign to some people. To my bakers, this seems very basic, but remember the day when it didn't? So we're gonna step back for just a minute for those who want to catch up, okay? So for my new bakers, when you read a recipe and it asks for a cup of firmly packed brown sugar. Brown sugar is wet, whether it's dark brown or light brown. They've added molasses to it, a lot or a little, depending on the color. You can't pack regular sugar because it's just dry. It's just granules that are going to slide around, which is not a bad thing. Brown sugar, it's wet, so you can pack it into like a, kind of like a snowball-ish. So I have a, what is this? Half a cup. And it should pop out. Let me fix this. I don't know why I feel the need to validate what I know. I set my mise en place, things in place, ahead of time to save time, right? Well, I really pack that sugar in. So you have a half a cup of brown sugar, and it should hold its shape. That's firmly packed. Now, if it's just a half a cup of brown sugar, and you're rarely going to have just a half a cup, you can. In fact, if you see a recipe and it says firmly packed and you don't want to firmly pack it, don't. But this is the quantity that you're going to need. So that's what firmly packed brown sugar means, okay? Sorry. All right, so that's going to go in. Let's follow from the right here. And again, if you watch my videos, you know that this table is on wheels, which I love, but it also wobbles when this baby's going. So sorry, not sorry. What are you going to do, right? I'm going to break up the sugar. add the eggs one at a time. I'm also going to add the vanilla and the pumpkin. You want to clean the sides because you want everything incorporated. Okay, now we're going to add the flour mixture. And hide the dust. Just until it gets wet. I wish you can smell this. Okay. Okay, so by hand, I'm going to mix in the nuts. Why by hand? I'll tell you what, for as many years as I've been making these, I always ask that question. And then I always say, next year I'm just going to keep using it and just keep it on the machine and try it that way. Yeah, still haven't. You stick with what works, right? Okay, so this is a very stiff dough. It's so nice. It smells, oh my gosh, it smells like Thanksgiving. All right, I'm going to roll this out on a floured surface. Okay, so the nuts are kneaded into the ball, and I've got a nice good ball here. I'm going to divide this and make 2 big balls, flat balls. Watch. Okay, so I've got 2 logs. I'm going to put them in the oven. My mind went blank on the time. Right here, this long at this temperature. Okay, so I had these in the oven at 350 for about 25 minutes. Got the outside a little crusty, but the inside is still really soft. So it's going to sit here and cool for about 15 minutes. Okay, so from here we're going to take this and cut into, cut slices from it. Let me see. Probably want to see it this way. So it's a little crispy on the outside, still raw in the center. It's what we're going to do here is we're going to dry it out. You see that? Okay, so we're just going to slice these. You know, I always get confused on the knife. I think they recommend the serrated, one second. Then they're gonna go face, side up like this. They're gonna get on the cooking sheet side up like this. I don't know, I think this is the one I always use. Nope, I can feel it. It's just gonna smush it. Okay, so about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch, however thick you want it. Not so thick that it doesn't bake right. So just keep on slicing. Okay, so as soon as you take these big loaves out of the oven, lower your temperature to 300. Then you cut them up, let them cool, cut them up, put them on a cookie sheet, and then put them back in the oven at 300 for about 8 minutes. Then we're gonna flip them and do another 8. Okay, I stood them up just so I can decorate them. They're all done, they're all pretty, they're all, okay, mine, I underbaked the first part, the very first bake. Stick to the time that was listed, because you can't really go back and rebake it. But these are done. These are really good and they're done. But to get that uniform look so it's all cooked like this, stick to the time that was listed. And don't be afraid to even keep it in longer. All right, so I'm just gonna take some melted white chocolate some white dipping chocolate, and just drizzle it. I'm not a fan of white chocolate, but this Ghirardelli chocolate, they're not chocolate chips, it's dipping chocolate. Now, you can leave it as is. I know, I'm gonna be weird here. I'm gonna put on some almonds. I know, they're roasted, they're dried, they're so good. Well, you didn't put almonds in the biscotti. No, I didn't. And you could put pecans on if you wanted to. I just really love the taste of these almonds. So just a way. If you want to just dip the whole one, the bottom, in chocolate, you can do it. I mean, do whatever you like, whatever makes you happy. But you do want to put almonds on top, or nuts, or not. But whatever you do put on top, you want to do it when the chocolate's still wet, so it can stick. And like I said, if you have a dish of the chocolate, you can just kind of dip the bottom in and leave it flat, which is fun. All right, I'll do that too. I'm just going to empty my bag right on this plate. And I'll just take the bottom and dip it. You could do chocolate if you wanted. All right, so you get the idea, right? All right. Okay, these are done. The chocolate has to dry before I can do anything with them. But there is a piece that's broken, so... Oh, it's got a good crunch. Even though that they were underbaked at the first bake. It's really stupid. Why did I do that? Oh well. Okay, can I tell you? What's with this hair? I could have easily tossed this aside and started over and showed you a perfect product. That would be my ego. I have no problem showing you my flaws. They're very hard to hide. So, oh man, that is so good. These are perfect. I am not at all distressed about that one little thing about it. You'll see in the picture just in a second. I'll show you. When they're all dried, I'll take a picture and let you see them, but that's a good taste. This is a fun thing to make. I would do it again. You could also put cranberries in here. Okay, stop it. Okay, my friends, give these a try. Now, you can keep them in an airtight container for weeks. I mean, they won't. I think I've had them for about a month one time. And they were just as fresh the last bite as they were the first. So do with that what you want. Okay, my friends, until next time, happy baking.
Ah, that was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.